Good morning and welcome back to the Red Mic. Happy Thursday. I'm glad you're here. As always, these Red Mic messages are leadership and life lessons I've picked up from my 25 years as a public servant, 16 years as a youth football coach, and 10 years as a mediocre athlete with far more heart than actual physical ability. And it's that mediocre athlete part that taught me about the value of teamwork and focus. On the field, the loudest player wasn't always the leader. It was the one quietly pulling the team together. And lately I've been thinking about that as I scroll LinkedIn and thinking about leadership and the loud voices over there. LinkedIn used to be a place where business professionals connected, exchanged ideas, grew together, regardless of personal politics. And to me, that's what it made it powerful. Because it wasn't about left, right, or center. It was about professional growth, problem solving, opportunity. But particularly with the election of Donald Trump, something has shifted. And more I'm seeing strident posts rewarded with likes and shares and thousands of new followers. And it seems the louder the voice, the bigger the audience. I am a free speech absolutist. I believe in focus. When everything is a soapbox and everything is an end of the world occurrence, then is anything really? I mean, come on. We're at risk of losing what to me made LinkedIn valuable in the first place. It had the ability to build relationships and to exchange ideas with people who don't think exactly the same way that we do. um, don't get me wrong. I'm partisan. I have very strong beliefs and values, but in business, I've never thought it's smart to alienate 40-50% of your potential audience by telling them that you think they're stupid or evil or fascist or uh, communist. I mean, hey, come buy my product, you lousy communist. I mean, what? That's just stupid. Or hey, I'm a thought leader in PR, but I think you're a bunch of evil fascists. It's ridiculous. I mean, even okay, it's a red microphone, right? But the red is not literal. I mean, the red is literal. It is literally a red microphone. It's not metaphorical. It's not symbolic of something else. I like the color red. I mean, that's why I got a red microphone. Um, Leadership, again, shouldn't be about shouting over the crowd. It's about having productive conversations and guiding people towards a shared goal. And if you're like me, the loud voices on your feed are really frustrating. Don't forget that there are still quiet leaders out there doing the work, though, and making a difference. And now, with a respectful nod to Dennis Miller, and I apologize if, well, I apologize because it's not going to stand up to his standards, but I don't mean to get on a rant here, but LinkedIn should be the digital resume graveyard where ambition goes to die and networking is a polite game of who can subtly brag the most. Or it should be where recruiters defend ATS resume graders by turning you into the anti Stuart Smalley. You aren't good enough, you aren't smart enough, and doggone it, people don't really like you. But politics, man, politics on LinkedIn, it's a plague of locusts. It's descending upon your carefully curated feed. Well, here are my thoughts on the latest Supreme Court or ruling or Elon salute. They're droning on and on and on about junk like that, and then attaching a 1,000-word manifesto that no one will read. And oh, I just had a powerful thought about Trump's illegal executive orders. Someone else chimes in with that. And then it's followed by a vague virtue signaling anecdote. You know what? I get it, folks. You care about the world, but you know what? LinkedIn was invented to help you find a job, not convert your colleagues into armchair revolutionaries. So why don't you save the hot takes for X or Twitter or Blue Sky where they belong? Or better yet, save them for polite conversation where you can have discussions with people without it devolving into a argument of, you know, monkeys throwing feces at each other just to see which one can end up the dirtiest. You know, if you have that conversation over dinner, at least maybe you'll have a nice wine or a bourbon to drink. And that's my rant. Oh, yeah, one last thing. For God's sakes, please stop sharing those inspirational quotes. They're all stolen anyway. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Anyway, thanks, Dennis, for the inspiration. Um, thanks for being here. That's today's Red Mike message. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you found it helpful or humorous at the end there. I hope you will join me again tomorrow. Please give me a like, a follow, and a share no matter what channel you're on. Today will not be on Spotify. In fact, I may be dropping Spotify completely the last couple of weeks, regardless of whatever levels I've got set on my microphone. It's coming across as sounding scorched. So until they get that fixed, Spotify is the devil. Thank you, Mrs. Boucher. Anyway, I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. I'll see you again tomorrow. And as always, don't forget, life is short. Drink the bourbon.